In this tutorial, we're going to give you some basic Google Docs tips. We will cover how to set up your font, your style, and your size of your font. We will also show you how to align within a document, and we will also show you how to create a bulleted list. We're going to start from our Gmail, and we're going to locate our Drive in the top right corner. Once we open up Drive, you will see your Google Drive, and this is mine. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a folder. In order to do that, we click on New and select Folder, and we're going to give that new folder a title. In this case, it's going to be Google Drive Professional Development. Then I will click Create. You'll notice the folder pops up at the top. I'm going to open it, and now we're going to create a new document. This is a Google Doc. We would also like to go ahead and give this Google Doc a title. So in the top left corner, we will click on it, and I'm going to name this one Google Docs PD for Professional Development. You'll see that it has popped up in the folder for Google Drive Professional Development. Next, we're going to look at some basic settings for the page setup. So we will go to File, Page Setup. You can choose the orientation, either portrait or landscape. Most are in portrait. You can also change your page color if you wanted to, but here we're going to concentrate on the margins. We will change each margin to a standard 1-inch margin. Now I have 1 inches on the top, bottom, left, and right of the document. Next, we're going to go to Format, and we're going to look at my spacing. Some people like single, others like double. For this instance, we're going to change it to double spacing. Now I'm going to type some text in just to allow you to see what the text looks like. The margins are now set at 1 inch on top, bottom, left, and right. Now we're going to change the format line spacing to single so we can see the difference. Once I hit enter, you will see it leaves a smaller space in between the lines. So now we have single spacing. Next, let's learn how to change our font. We can do this several ways. So first we're going to look at style. I'm going to select the word style, go up to the little drop down, and I can use these as basics, but I would like to choose my own. These are the most frequently used. Then I can choose from numerous styles. Syncopate. You'll notice that the style has changed. So now this row will reflect the type of font. Next, let's learn how to change it back. So now when I change it, I now have the new Comic Sans style. Next, let's look at size. Right now my size is at 11. The line starts with a different font, so wherever I continue typing after that font, it will be the same. Once I change it, I can adjust the size. So now I'm going to go just to the right where we selected the font, and I'm going to choose the size. That's the 96-point font style. Extremely big. And if I highlight it and go up to that number again and select a different one, it will change the size for me. I will narrow it down till it fits in on that line. Now let's look at the alignment of a text in a document. We're going to use the alignment tool to change the alignment of this text that is already in here. First, we're going to look at left align. I'm going to select the text I want to keep left align, and I'm going to go up and show you the difference. Right now we're set at left alignment. We could use the Command Shift L in the Mac, or we could do center by clicking on this button in the toolbar, or Command Shift E, or for the right align we could do Command Shift R. To justify, we would use the J. So let's go ahead and right align, and we'll use the button in the toolbar. Once I click on that right align button, you will see it shift to the right side of the document. Next, we're going to highlight center align, and I will again use the toolbar at the top, and I could also use the Command Shift E, and once I hit that, it will line up in the center. Next, let's create a bulleted list. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to center align this just to make it look neat for us. And then I will type in a few things to create our list without bullets, and we will add the bullets to the list that we create. So this is the list that we're going to create. And I'll make it be about 3 lines. And now we want to go ahead and add bullets to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all the lines, then I'm going to go to the top right corner and select bulleted list. I can also choose different shapes for my bullets. I'm just going to use the standard bulleted list, but you could choose any of these different emblems. And you'll notice that they've all been bulleted. But what if I want it left aligned? What if I want it indented? Now I'm going to press the enter button. And then tab it over so that we have the indent. If I go to the next line, I'm going to tab twice, and you'll see another bullet. And this time I'll tab 3. You'll notice the different bullets and the different indentations. If I'm at the end of the line and I hit enter, it's going to continue to be bulleted. If I want it to stop now after this item, I will just turn off the bulleted list after I hit enter.